Hello students, welcome to the session. So in today's session we will discuss about the respiration. In previous class I discussed you about the nutrition, autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition, holozoic nutrition, saprotrophic nutrition and parasitic nutrition. I hope it must be clear to all of you, and many questions have lots of doubt, many students have lots of doubts and I cleared all of them. So I hope it must be clear to all of you. So let's begin the today's session. So that is respiration. I hope you know that the breaking down of glucose in the presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen is known as respiration to obtain an energy. So in the introduction video I discuss a brief about this respiration. In this respiration we will discuss about the plants and the animals part. So first we will going to discuss about the animal part. So activity 6.4, take some freshly prepared lime water in a test tube. Blow air through this lime water. You have to take lime water in a test tube and then blow air from your mouth. Note how long it takes for the lime water to turn milky. So you have to note the time, that how much time it will take to turn this lime water into milky. So students, whenever it comes to the lime water turns milky, then you should always be think like that there is something which is there is a gas which turns this lime water into milky, and this gas is carbon dioxide gas. So this lime water turns milky due to the presence of carbon dioxide gas. So note down how long it will take for lime water to turn milky. What does this tell us about the amount of carbon dioxide in the air that we breathe out? So our body cells produces carbon dioxide through the oxidation of food. I hope you know that. This gas is exhaled outside through the lungs, and the lime water reacts with this carbon dioxide to form a precipitate, and this turns lime water into milky. So the reaction is, please note down, the reaction is Ca whole twice OH plus CO2, that gives CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate. So this is it. I hope you know that the presence of carbon dioxide turns this lime water into milky. So students, move on to the next topic. That in this topic here it discuss about these three processes. So let's discuss one by one. I hope you just see that there are three different pathways. One is absence of oxygen, lack of oxygen and the presence of oxygen. So here is a breaking down of glucose. The respiration is what? The breaking down of glucose to obtain energy in the presence of oxygen or in the absence of oxygen. So the food material taken in during the process of nutrition is used in cell to provide energy. So whatever the nutrition we take from the food material, that provide energy to our body. So some use oxygen to break down glucose completely into carbon dioxide and water. So in all cases, the first step is the breakdown of glucose into glucose is a 6 carbon molecule. I hope that you know that's C6H12O6. Glucose is 6 carbon glucose, and whenever this glucose is breaking down into our body, it changes into pyruvate, 3 carbon molecule, which is called as pyruvate. So the breaking down of glucose is first converted into 3 carbon molecule, that is pyruvate. So this process take place inside the cytoplasm. In the case of so actually this processes take place inside the cytoplasm. The pyruvate may gets converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. So in the absence of oxygen, that is in the case of yeast, actually this glucose converted into pyruvate, and this pyruvate then in the absence of oxygen converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide and gives energy. Ethanol is a 2 carbon molecule, pyruvate is a 3 carbon molecule, and glucose is a 6 carbon molecule. So in the absence of oxygen, this glucose break down into pyruvate, and this pyruvate gives breakdown into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. This is a case of fermentation. This process is known as fermentation. So the pyruvate may get converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. This process takes place in the yeast during fermentation, and this process, the conversion of pyruvate into ethanol and carbon dioxide, this process is known as fermentation, that occur in the absence of oxygen. This process takes place in the absence of oxygen and is known as anaerobic respiration. This is a type of respiration. Which type of respiration? Anaerobic respiration in the absence of oxygen. So move on to the next. The breakdown of pyruvate using oxygen take place in the mitochondria. The breakdown of pyruvate in the absence of oxygen take place in the cytoplasm of the cell, but the breakdown of pyruvate using the oxygen, that is a third part, it occur inside the mitochondria of the cell. So the breakdown of pyruvate using oxygen take place inside the mitochondria. This process of breakdown of the 3 carbon pyruvate molecule to give 3 molecule of carbon dioxide. The breakdown of glucose into pyruvate, and then this pyruvate is breakdown into carbon dioxide, water and energy. This process take place inside the mitochondria, and this type of respiration is known as aerobic respiration. The other product is water. This process takes place in the presence of oxygen and called as aerobic respiration. The release of energy in this aerobic respiration is, this is very important. The release of energy in the aerobic respiration is much greater than the anaerobic respiration. There is one more case, that is whenever we do heavy exercises, our muscles actually lack oxygen. In this condition, the glucose is converted into pyruvate, and this pyruvate converted into lactic acid and energy. So this lactic acid sometimes gives us a muscle cramps, and this process, which is a lack of oxygen, is take place inside the muscle cell. So when there is a lack of oxygen in our muscle cells, another pathway for the breakdown of pyruvate is taken place. The pyruvate is converted into lactic acid. This pyruvate is converted into lactic acid and energy. Lactic acid is a 3 carbon molecule. This build up a lactic acid in our muscles, and which gives us a cramp. I think you know that whenever we do a heavy exercise, we actually feel after one or 2 days, we feel actually muscle cramps. We feel pain in our muscles. This is due to the accumulation of lactic acid inside our muscles. So the energy released during cellular respiration is immediately used to synthesize this energy that is formed in all these 3 processes, actually in the form of ATP. This ATP has in full form, which is adenosine triphosphate, which is used as a fuel for all the activity in the cell. So in these processes, ATP is broken down, give rise to a fixed amount of energy, and this which can derive a endothermic reaction. How this ATP is formed? This ATP is formed by a endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction is what? Endothermic reaction is a reaction in which it requires or absorbs energy from its surrounding, usually in the form of heat. So this type of reaction is known as endothermic reaction. So how it is formed? ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate, plus one molecule of phosphate. Whenever this endothermic process occur in the presence of energy, then this ADP and phosphate group converted into a ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Here is in ADP there is only two phosphate group, but in ATP there are three phosphate group. So that leads to provide us a energy. So the energy released during the process of respiration is used to make a ATP molecule from ADP and inorganic phosphate, which is a endothermic reaction. So students, the ATP can be used in the cells for the contraction of muscles, protein synthesis. This ATP is used as a contraction of muscle, protein synthesis, conduction of nervous impulses, and many other activities. So students, that is it for the today's session. I hope it must be clear to all of you. There are three major processes. One is absence of oxygen, lack of oxygen, and presence of oxygen. In absence of oxygen, there is a fermentation process, that is ethanol and carbon dioxide is produced. In lack of oxygen, lactic acid and energy is produced. In presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide, water and energy is produced. So these three different cases is actually a process involved in the breaking down of glucose. There are breaking down of glucose by various pathways. So I hope it must be clear to all of you. In the next class I will discuss you about the respiration in plants. So that is it. Please read out and study well. Thank you.